Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
Today we have our top 10 games that we learned in February 2024.
That's right.
We're a day early, but I am incredibly busy tomorrow, so I don't foresee learning any new games tomorrow. And
That's right.
and then we'll have it for you because busy March coming up. So
Yeah. So we usually you do this the first week.
yeah, normally it's like the first streaming day of the month, but we just got no time, and we have
So you get a sneak peek.
Yeah, you guys get a sneak peek. We did not learn that many games in February.
It is probably our smallest month since we've been doing this. I gotta say.
Yeah,
I think I'm at 34 for the
I
month.
learned 35, so
It's very small compared to what we normally do.
Oh, we still have 10 games we're talking about.
Yes.
So we found some games to talk about.
Normally it's small month 35. Normal month between 50 and 60. Big month 90.
Big month. I haven't had a big month in ever, I don't think.
Well, it's usually April's.
Yeah, but I learned a lot in April. So February, we've been very busy this month. But there's always time to learn a few games, so we did.
Right.
Most of the games, though not all of the games on our list, were provided by publishers.
Yes.
So
if
keep that in mind.
If we don't mention it, I mean, if we do mention it, then it is one of the rare exceptions that it was not provided. Otherwise, assume they were all provided by publishers.
Indeed. And yeah, are we ready to start this thing?
Let's do it.
Cool.
My number 10 game is part of the Tiny Game series.
Yeah.
By Envyborn Games. It is called Confusing Lands.
Nice.
It is a micro game that uses usually 18 cards. I'm not sure if this one has more or fewer.
I think it's about that.
I think it's
a micro game.
But in Confusing Lands, it is basically a draft-based two-player game where you're given two cards, you choose one, you give the other one to your partner, and then you decide which side you want to play with.
Yeah.
One side is a scoring side, and the other side is a normal side. And like a lot of the other games that have tiles on cards, you're going to put one card on top of another card over at least one of the squares and over another card as you are building your land. Here's the catch. If you put a scoring feature, you're going to have to take a minus 10-point penalty. So you have to score at least 10 points to make it even worth your while.
I forgot that in our first play.
Yeah.
So second play, I was a lot more critical on what I was going to play.
Yeah. So lots of good, interesting decisions. And you can't really plan for anything because your partner over here might end up taking the card that you try to strategically plan for. So it would not be in your best interest to try to pre-plan anything ahead of time. So just basically make the most of what you're dealt.
Yep, I added it immediately to the quiver because it's a really good two-player game, I found. So for me, I really liked it.
Yeah, whenever you are at a convention, you got two people just waiting for a game to be played. Boom, pull out Confusing Lands.
Yeah, it's
good to go.
Wicked fast. So
wicked fast.
It's really nice. I think that's a good choice.
My number 10, Confusing Lands.
I see that. My number 10 is a game.
Excuse me.
That was actually a Secret Santa gift that I wanted to try out, called where is it? Spellbook.
Not provided by the company.
No.
The publisher.
Nope. But I knew it was one I wanted to try because it has really pretty colors. It's very colorful. So and it's a resource management game with cool power-ups and abilities and stuff like that. So you're basically using these gems or tokens to fulfill goals. Materia. Okay, sure. But it's
gems.
Exactly. So it is a race to fill up your spell books because you want one spell of each type, and then that will trigger the end of the game. So
Well,
I love that.
It's not a race where you have to finish first.
You don't,
because you could win.
Score points.
You could win even if you are the one that triggers the
I know,
end.
but Yeah.
And you usually don't care for race games, but this is an exception.
Yeah, I do like it because it does have that point system at the end. So,
And I think that you particularly like it because you start off with the rainbow
well, yeah, you get a rainbow. It's very pretty.
right off the bat.
I like that there's like a whole bunch of like spell books that you're gonna be using, so you can mix and match. Like, no, it's not always gonna be the same red spell that you're gonna use, like the same red book that you're always gonna use. There's 3 options, so I feel like I like that like variability at the beginning. Anyway,
We liked it so much we played it twice.
I
The
know,
first time we played it.
and then maybe we'll play it again.
That's right. Well, we have to because we have to stream it, right?
We don't have to stream anything, but
We're
yeah,
going to stream it.
sure thing. It's good.
That is Spellbook by Space Cowboys.
Yes.
My number 9 is a game by the another game named AQUA. We've had a lot of AQUA games recently. This is AQUA Biodiversity in the Oceans. So it's another very colorful game. And so
It's very colorful.
whenever you're playing AQUA, you are drafting a tile and placing it into your grid and possibly putting a small critter on it. And possibly, if you can get enough small critters together, you can put a large critter on it and trying to create coral reefs that will score all of your critters that touch that reef yet one more time. And so it's got a lot of good decision making in this game. If you like tile placement, you like drafting AQUA, Biodiversity in the Oceans from the Op is probably a really good choice for you.
Yeah. I think it's really fun. So we were talking about it last night at game night, and I think it's comparable to like Calico in the thinkiness of it. So if you like Calico, I definitely think checking out AQUA is a really good idea. So yeah,
Your number 9.
my number 9 is a game called Digsaw. We played this on stream, where you cut up the little pieces. You get this big hexagon. You have to like make cuts.
Hexagons are the bestigons.
It's a roll and cut game.
Yes.
So you roll dice, and then there's an option of what line you're going to cut, how many lengths. And so it's either going to be like the red 3 or the blue 4, depending on what you're rolling.
Well, if you roll a red 4 and a blue 3, then you have to choose the color from one and the number from the other. So it's red 3, blue 4.
So yeah, so not everybody's going to pick the same thing, although they might. But you're going to end up having different boards and different cuts, which is pretty cool. And
you can't cut over a line.
no, it's tricky. You really have to. It's puzzly, which I like. I like this in a cutting game. We've played a bunch of different cutting games in the past, and I think this one works really well. There's 5 different maps in the box if you want a harder mode, or what if you want like a more challenging or more easy, depending on who's playing. And
We went straight for the next to hardest mode.
yeah, the second
Game we played.
Yeah, and they give you 6 pairs of scissors in the box, so they want you to play with up to 6 people. So it's pretty cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Lots of combo chaining if you enjoy that sort of thing, as you usually do in roll and rights, flip and rights.
Yeah,
things like that.
For sure.
So
For sure.
for sure,
It's a good one.
Digsaw by Stronghold Games.
Yes.
My number 8 we played on the stream just the other day.
Yep.
With I believe it was Jelfia and
Stacy
Everdell.
Yeah.
It is Inside the Box from Hobby World and Magellan.
Yeah.
With Inside the Box, you're trying to find out what one person has hidden inside the box. So you draw a card, and it's sort of like a code names type of grid where you got a 5x5 grid. And so I know what item is in my box, and then you're going to do sort of like a wavelength sort of feature where you're going to draw a couple of clues and try to say whether you would carry this item on vacation, or whether this item is harmful to considered to be harmful, and you rate it from 0 to 100 on this minus to plus scale. If it's not very dangerous, you're going to put something in the minus. If it is very dangerous, you're going to put it on the plus. And then everyone's going to guess sort of roulette style, like a roulette grid, whether they think that an item is definitely it, or whether you want to split your vote between two items or between four items. You can sort of choose that way. And most points ends up winning.
Yeah, it's like the game will basically end when you want it to, but I think it's officially to 25 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really really fun party-ish kind of game. I like the association with pictures and things like that. I like what they've done here with like the different deck of like suggestions, if you will. Like, oh, this will wake you up in the morning. Oh, it's a teapot. Yeah, that could wake me up. Oh, it's a rooster.
Here in the next room or something.
Yeah, but if it's like, a spoon, okay, you're not gonna be woken up by that unless someone like throws it at you.
When it was a space shuttle. Yep, you're probably gonna wake up with that.
Exactly. So I like the suggestions. That feels different than like a normal type party game where it's like where you're giving like one word clues or answers or so.
That's right.
For me, I liked it a lot.
And so that is Inside the Box from Hobby World and Magellan. And somebody asked, do we have time for Senor Azul?
There's never time for Senor Azul. What? He doesn't play games.
Everyone fist bump.
No. What was your favorite game this month?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I watch y'all play.
Yeah. What was your favorite you watched us play?
Again, spoiler.
All right. Well, I'll go into my next one then. Number 8 for me is Ted Lasso party game.
Oh.
I've never seen the show.
I also have never seen the show.
So
what is it? Netflix?
It's Apple.
It's Apple. That's why we haven't seen the show.
Yeah, I've never. So I haven't seen the show.
We don't have Apple Plus or Apple TV or whatever it's called.
Right. But you know what? A sign of a good game is you don't need to see the TV show to have fun.
That's right.
This is a cooperative, real-time card game where you're trying to get these different cards fulfilling these different characters to get abilities, and you're just trying to make everybody happy, copacetic, sort of.
And I'm sure it would be even better if we knew what all the characters were. Michelle. It's a good day. Look at this. I'm wearing my present. Michelle Heafy rating with a party of 33. Michelle and Josiah they make up the band Orca Mind, which is the shirt I'm wearing. So if you do not know who Michelle Heafy is, you should follow her because their music is fantastic.
We love Michelle Heafy and Josiah Everhart. Woo, woo,
woo. Let's go.
Let's go. Hi.
Hi. That's what I say.
Hi. Undope.
We love you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
And I didn't even know you were rating today. So, I'm a true fan. So
that's great.
Thanks for joining us on our top 10 of February.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
We're really talking about our top 10 games that we played in February 2024. I'm currently on the Ted Lasso party game, which I haven't seen the show. And Wim says he doesn't like football at all, but the show was fun. So maybe I should give the show a shot.
By football, he means soccer. European style football. Yeah. Not American style football.
Right.
So if I understand it correctly, and I'm not sure I do, it's like some American guy goes over and is a football coach over in England or something.
Wim said correct.
Got it. No, you're the best, Michelle. Now she notices the Orca Mind shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. He loved his Christmas gift.
That's right. I love it. It's so good. Love it.
Yes. So yeah, I thought the game was pretty fun.
Yeah, real time. So everyone's going around the table playing cards to where Ted Lasso, or I guess that's an assistant coach or something, in the locations where they are. You can play cards to make them happy or cheer them up or to give them a motivational speech or whatever it is that they have a problem with. And so, hey, Josiah. So yeah, it's got a lot of fun aspects to it. And trying to clear those characters off to score points, and they got a little point tracker around the edge of the box. So
it's accessible, so fans of the show who aren't really gamers could get into it.
yeah,
So that's always
it's not rules heavy.
Yeah, that's why they did a good job. Funko did a good job, so we will miss Funko.
Yep.
Yep.
So that is the Ted Lasso party game, not provided by Funko Games.
No.
My number 7 is also not a review copy. It's been sitting on our unplayed shelf for a while.
Not even a year, but a while.
A while. It's like another one of the there are these bookshelf series games where that looks like there's like a slip cover for the game. And I think we got Around the World in 30 Days, I think is one of them. And it's
80 days.
Is it 80 days? And it's in a red slip cover. This one is the green version, and it is called Oliver Twist from Purple Brain Creations. So whenever you are playing Oliver Twist, you are a little scoundrel thief, like this little guy down here, and trying to creatively steal groups of objects so you can take them back to who's the main bad guy in Oliver Twist. I can't remember. The guy that's like sending out all of the... It starts with an F.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 5 letters and an F. Can't remember. But you're trying to bring those groups of objects to him so he can fence them for you. And you're trying to get as many coins as possible to buy your freedom from this evil dude who is using all the orphans to steal for him. In order to do so, you're going around the board, and if you take the token in front of you, there's no problem. If you take the token 2 or 3 or 4 ahead of you, then you're taking all of those other tokens and putting them into a sort of a police report that is going to possibly cause you to lose points at the end of the round. So there's a day side, and then there's a night side. Things change around a little bit where all of the tokens are not visible at once. It was a surprise, super enjoyable.
Yeah, I like it.
So if that sounds like it would be a fun game for you, you might give Oliver Twist a try.
Yep.
Not Twist. No.
My number 7 is a game called Wild West.
Wild West.
It's a lot of fun. It has polyomino shapes. You're kind of at the mercy of dice. So depending on the dice that are rolled, the different tiles will be available, and you're going to basically draft the tiles in turn order and place them onto your board. And you're trying to do different things on your board and cover up things. You're going to want bullets to shoot the bad guys and all sorts of different things that you're trying to accomplish by...
Bang, bang, bang.
No. Yeah. So it's cute. I liked it. I almost had higher expectations for it because I heard so many amazing things last year. But I still enjoyed it. I was expecting it to be hands down number 1, but it came in number 7. So we're still on the list because it's a good game. Yeah.
Now I've not played it, so no. I don't know.
It was not provided to us by Direwolf, but I did get to play it at game night, so it was fun. I'm glad I got to try it.
Sounds great. Wild West from Direwolf.
Yes.
My number 6 is a game by Sit Down called Maps of Misterra. So in Maps of Misterra, you're exploring a map of an island, so like a brand new area, and you're bringing back the information for the king or whoever sent you out to to get this map. And so the twist is that your map that you are creating does not have to look like the actual land. Whoa. Yeah, no, it's really weird. So your map is likely going to look different from how the world is. Matter of fact, the world can even change. It's like, I think this is going to be forest. And I put down a forest on my area. And unless she agrees it's a forest, or on a future turn, I confirm it's a forest, it could change at any time. So you're going to earn points based on all of your victory conditions. Maybe you want there to be a lot of mountains on your map, whether or not there are mountains on the actual island itself. Maybe all of the goals that you're shooting for always correspond to your map and do not have to correspond to the actual island. Super clever little game. I don't think anything has really done things in this manner before, where you're creating a map.
Different.
Yeah, but you're not actually creating an accurate map.
Yeah, I know. You think it's there. It's funny. You can also try this on Board Game Arena if it sounds interesting too.
Oh, I did not know it was there.
Yeah.
And that's maps of Misterra from Sit Down. Sit down, Senor Azul. I am sitting.
Uh-huh. Wim wants to play a game with Senor Azul.
Let's go.
He doesn't play games.
He doesn't have hands to hold the cards.
Nope. My number 6 is a game called Printing Press, which we just played on stream the other day.
Print
it real good. So this is a great little drafting game where you draft your tablets, then you draft the things you're putting on your tablets for like symbols and letters and colors, and so you're trying to get all these things to align and get the most points possible. But then there's also end game points that you're trying to go for as well, so you're trying to do those as well. So it's just very puzzly. Very light. It's in the Gutenberg family. It has the same art design and style, but I feel like the games are very different. What? Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I like Printing Press quite a bit. I enjoy the drafting and the tile placement on this, and it might come up later on.
Maybe it will.
Maybe
it will. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth checking out. I've played it 3 times so far, and I've had a good time every time. So I like it.
My number 5 is a game we've already talked about. It is Spellbook from Space Cowboys. So I enjoy games where random stuff comes out of a bag. And matter of fact, I have an idea of it's not a bag building game, but a game where you've got a community bag that is shared by everyone that you are adding components to. And so I got some ideas on that. But in this, you're drawing them out, and the materia becomes available for everyone to pull from. If that is the action that you take on your turn, you can when you get enough materia, then you can cast those spells at certain levels. And like Steph said, it's a race to try to get all of your spells complete and have the most points while you're doing it.
Yeah.
So
it's
a lot of
get cool upgrades and abilities as you play, and it's a good time.
So both of us have Spellbook on our top 10. So our first crossover currently.
Yep.
There might be more to come, but this is our first crossover of the month.
Well, the next one is my number 5.
Oh, hey, another crossover.
It's a crossover as well.
Whoa.
It is AQUA, Biodiversity in the Oceans. I like this a little bit more than you. I really like the puzzly aspect nature of it. It's a little weird because you're trying to make reefs, but you're also trying to create critters, which will take up the reef spaces. So you're trying to do both, and it's a good combination of the two things that you're trying to do. And there's of course tons of goals to work towards. The mechanics of the game are actually fairly simple. It's about like processing and making sure you're trying to get the most points for all of the different objectives. So if you like games like Calico, like I said, I would think you would really enjoy this one as well. So worth checking out.
Agreed. So my number 4, we recently played
The other day.
Yeah, we just played it just the other day from Dr. Finn's Games. It is Alpujarras, which Dan said I should not say as Alpujarras.
Bye, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, Michelle.
Enjoy your food.
Orca mind.
Orca mind.
So, in Alpujarras, you are trying to take your actions to gain majorities in these farmland areas and gaining those fruits as resources and turning them in to manipulate the market and basically just get the most points as you can. The movement in this game is much like Takedo, where the one farthest back will take the next turn, and it's a risk reward sort of system where if you move farther along on the track, then you might accidentally give your opponents all of those tasty treats behind you. So things that you need to think about when playing. So Alpujarras really hits those boxes for me. It was did this make your list?
No, it's just off the list.
Just off the list. I knew it was close.
I liked it. And I would play it again for sure. But it didn't quite make the list. Cool. Hey, Heroic. How's it going?
Oh, Heroic.
He always loves Azul. Everybody loves Azul.
Of course. I mean, let the record show. I did it that time.
I know. I saw that.
I'm the cutest.
Uh-huh. All right. Right. All right. So my number 4 is...
What?
Guess what?
What?
It's Dubious.
Dubious.
New Realms. So Dubious is a game that I've played long ago when it first came out from Hobby World. So now they have a new Dubious with 3 new worlds, or realms is what they call. And so what that means is each game you're going to select one of these realms to use as your theme for the game. And so now there's new themes in this box. So it's not really a new to me game because I've played Dubious before, but
it's basically the same game.
But I'm counting it as new because there is a separate entry in BGG, and you could have a better experience with one of these realms. So they could be better or worse depending on what you think.
Yeah, I think they've got Cthulhu.
Yeah, there's Cthulhu.
There's a Cthulhu mythos. There's a sci-fi.
Yeah, we played sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I forget the last one.
I don't remember.
But maybe we'll actually have it right here on the maybe stream tonight pile.
I want to play this.
So
I want to play. I want to play.
Gladiator.
That's me.
So there's some maybe ancient. Doesn't say, but I see a gladiator, psychic.
Yeah, we will get into this tonight
because I like it a lot.
Yeah. Tonight.
So if you're interested to see more about this, check out our video because we will have one later.
That's right.
All right, that was Dubious. Well worth checking it out. New Realms. Currently, you can get Dubious from Arcane Wonders in the U.S., but I assume they'll also pick up this one as well.
Yeah, I would assume so. So if you enjoy New Realms tonight, then hey, you might want to check out the base game Dubious.
Yeah, for sure.
You do not need the base game to play
No.
Dubious New Realms.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My number 3 is we already talked about it. Printing press from Portal Games. Not much else needs to be said. It's got the fun tile laying mechanics. It's got set collection sort of mechanics. It's got drafting, and basically has the same sort of theme as Gutenberg. Be sure to check it out. Printing press from Portal Games as my number 3.
Nice. My number 3 is Inside the Box.
Yes.
We played this the other night on stream. It was already on your list today. I really like it. I think this is a really fun, I'm terrible at it, party type game. For whatever reason, I give a clue and nobody understands what I'm saying. So
It's like, oh yeah, this is the Steph type of clue.
Nobody gets any points on my turn. Okay, next.
Including you.
Well, yeah, because if nobody gets points, then I don't get points. So that's a good scoring thing. Also, like, I want you to get it so I can get it.
That's right. Because if we get no points, you get no points.
So I want you. It's like, it makes sense to me to be jealous of rainbow paint. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. So it's super fun. I really like this. And yeah, check it out.
So Heroic said, as the Cookie Monster is to cookies, Azul is to board games.
That's right.
That's right. I mean, we share the similarities.
Yeah.
The pretty blue fur.
Uh-huh.
The fact that we're monsters.
Right.
We both like cookies.
Right.
All of that.
Right.
We both like to sing.
Right.
All of that. So, my number 2 is from Cosmos. It is The Legends of Andor, The Eternal Frost. So we got beat up on our first game.
We did.
And it was sort of like the tutorial intro level sort of thing.
That's right.
Basically teaching you the mechanics. I like how it eases you into the mechanics. This is the 4th Andor game. But
bunch,
it is the first in the new series.
So they're bringing back old ways is what we were reading about. Like, So I haven't really played a whole lot of Andor. I've played it, but I have never really gotten deep into any of the campaigns.
Right, but it is on our to-play shelf.
Yeah, for sure.
On our
enjoy it.
Played and enjoyed shelves.
Yeah.
As you see behind us, all of this is stuff we've played and enjoy.
Right.
So it is there. Matter of fact, right across from us, right there.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. We got a lot of it all over the place.
All over the place.
We like the Andor series for sure.
And if we can, if we can get more of them, then I will play more of them. Basically, you are adventurers and trying a team of adventurers, and you are trying to explore the land before time runs out. As time goes on, the critters will move forward and overrun your base, and pretty much follows a lot of the mechanics from the first original game, the Red Box game. So super interesting. I'm looking forward to trying more of these adventures, and be sure to check out Legends of Andor, The Eternal Frost from Cosmos.
Do it. My number 2 was Confusing Lands.
We did this.
This was your number 10. And I really, really like this one. So, like I said, it's already in the quiver. It's literally a game I could play anytime.
For those of you who don't know what a quiver is,
it looks like this.
You have your quiver right here. A big orange quiver knocking your glasses off.
Whoops.
It basically is
heavy.
It's a card holder that you can sling across your shoulder like a backpack, and
so
holds
a whole bunch of stuff.
Holds magic cards or card-based games or whatever you can fit.
It's easier than bringing a whole bunch of small boxes with you.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're just it's handy. So I love it. It's already in there.
If it's heavy, it might be too handy.
That's right.
Ah, I see what you did there.
So this is a game like I would request, I would play, I would. It's so easy, and that there's so many good choices that I really like it, and it's just I don't know for a 2-player filler game. This I don't think there's many that would beat this one. So it's literally like a 10-minute, 10-minute game. It's like really good. So
Beat your games. Yeah.
okay, don't beat them.
That is Confusing Lands by Envy Born Games.
Yep.
Time for our number 1 games.
Whoa, that was fast.
My number 10 game is not on your list.
Your number 1 game?
My number 1 game is not on your list.
No, I didn't make my list. It came in like number 11.
Number 11 on your list.
So it's pretty close to making my list.
It was not a review copy.
Nope.
It was a surprise latecomer to the February games. Played it in a game night just the other night. It is Watch by Rio Grande Games. Actually, the copy here is not Rio Grande, but our copy is indeed Rio Grande.
Yeah, I just pulled it.
You just pulled that from the Geek, yeah. In Watch, you are placing your workers around this wheel, and you are basically in a watch producing factory. But it was like this, the backstory behind it is like it was a front for Soviet era something or other during World War II, blah blah blah. And so you are trying to create gears and then smuggle those gears out in order to get points, and you might want to take money or gears or get crates. And if you enjoy games where you are trying to get area majority control, if you like worker placement, if you like resource collection, if you like risky sort of behavior because you've got safe actions and you've got shady actions. And
if you like Daniel Newman's designs, because he also did London Necropolis Railway too.
Oh, I like that one.
I know.
Yeah,
that's why
maybe that's why. Matter of fact, London Necropolis Railway was my top game in February last year.
I'm just saying, it's like
that's pretty wild.
I wanted to make that connection for you.
I didn't even know. Whoa. So, and every turn it goes sort of like a watch where the first action is going to shift 15 minutes or 3 hours. Mickey's big hand at the top, Mickey's big hand on the on the 3, at the 6, at the 9, and so it's going to be a different person going first each time based on the previous action that you took, and inevitably it's going to be where somebody's going to take the action that you wanted to take, and you're like, no, just like that.
Yeah, you have to figure out how to position yourself. So I'm glad we played this with 4 people, because I think
it shines at 4.
I think so too. And we could play it with 2, and it's probably going to be fine with 2, but it's just a little bit more tight.
Engaging, tight, yes.
Because you're not going to get what you want, and you're trying to get majorities on these different tracks.
On the tracks to get bonus points.
Yeah, so it's there's definitely like some benefit to having that, 3 and 4 player games of this. So I liked it.
Yep.
Just missed my list.
I agree. So, your number 1.
My number 1
Jumbo
is Legends of Andor, The Eternal Frost, that you just talked about.
I just talked about.
Your number 2. So I really like this. I think I could see playing through these scenarios. Like, I want to play through it. I want to see, like, we got demolished our first time we played. Then we played on stream and we did better because we kind of learned from our mistakes. You also have to get lucky. There is a fair bit of luck involved, but you can work towards that. Like, you have to be like, okay, well, I'm going to try this, and if it doesn't fail, then I'm going to do this next turn to make sure I get what I need to do what I need to do.
Right.
And so, like, you get better as you play it, because that's just how campaigns generally go. And generally, that's how it happens. You learn the game, and then you play through these levels getting better. So I like it. I like that there's a little bit of luck. You don't know what you're going to find under the token. You might find plus to your strength, or you might find the wind is going to blow you.
Yeah, the blizzard blows everyone around. Spoiling your plans, I might add.
Yeah, so you have to kind of be like, okay, well, if it's the wind, how are we going to come back from that? What's our plan? Like, you go in with a plan, hopefully. And so you learn it and you figure it out. But I like the challenge. So for me, it definitely stood out as the best game of the month. And I'm glad we got to try it.
That's right. So, quick rundown as we do.
That was a fast month, guys.
I mean, that was a fast.
Yeah.
That was a fast talk through as well.
Must be February.
I mean, it's because I'm here.
Yeah, you ruin everything.
That's wow.
Whoa.
All right, so my number 10 is Confusing Lands from MV Born Games. My number 9, AQUA, Biodiversity in the Oceans by the Op. Number 8, Inside the Box by Hobby World and Magellan. Number 7, Oliver Twist, Purple Brain Creations. Number 6, Maps of Misterra by Sit Down. Number 5, Spellbook by Space Cowboys. Number 4, Alpujarras from Dr. Finn's Game. Number 3, Printing Press from Portal Games. Number 2, The Legends of Andor, The Eternal Frost from Cosmos. And my number 1 game, Watch by Rio Grande Games.
My number 10 was Spellbook from Space Cowboys. Number 9 was Digsaw from Stronghold Games. Number 8 was Ted Lasso Party Game from Funko Games. Number 7 was Wild Tiled West from Direwolf. Number 6 was Printing Press from Portal Games. Number 5 was AQUA from... Nope. What did I do? See, Azul's messing me up. He's all looking at me. All right, number 7 was Wild Tiled West from Direwolf. Number 6 was Printing Press from Portal Games. Number 5 was AQUA, Biodiversity in the Oceans from the Op. Number 4 was Dubious, New Realms from Hobby World and Magellan. Number 3, was Inside the Box from Hobby World and Magellan. Oh, no. Dubious was just Hobby World. See, I'm just confusing myself. Senor Azul.
What?
Number 2 was Confusing Lands from Envy Board Games.
Not confusing at all.
Very confusing. Number 1 is The Legend of Andor, Eternal Frost from Cosmos. Hey! That's my paper. Help my know things. Ruiner. And Senor Azul's favorite game is Ruin Everything. Thanks. Thanks so much. So
that's our top 10.
That's our top 10. And we'll be back with a lot more in March. We have a lot to still learn in March. There's always more. And
expect a change.
Yeah, eventually.
In the next couple of months.
So
where we have a new studio.
I know. It's going to be exciting. So, yay.
That's right. Just like Michelle and Josiah have a new studio.
We have a lot of work to do. So maybe we won't learn a whole lot. We have a lot of packing to do. So, hopefully you enjoyed this top 10 for February 2024. And
if you want to know where to find us, you can find all of our videos on YouTube at BoardGamerSteph. Or you can join us on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream through 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
For those on Twitch, we'll be right back.
Let's go.